okay, you are either transformed, your brokenness, and they use a different word, but your stuff is either transformed, like you choose to transform it, or you transfer it. So Mason and Ned can choose to go down the path of transformation and deal with whatever. If we don't, it will be transferred to your kids. What have you learned about yourself and being a father? So as it relates to, being a dad to your daughter who's 14, to your 1-year-old, to foster children, what have you learned about Mason?
What I've learned about myself is, I think one really substantial thing is that as a father, I project my brokenness onto my kids.
Where did you hear this, or where did you find this?
Yeah, man. In a lot of different ways that I've just messed up and not chosen to lead well. Like some examples that I'll give you are when my daughter had her first boyfriend, and she was like totally afraid for me to find out, because she's like she just didn't think I was going to be cool with it. And so when I finally did find out and I talked to her about it, what happened was, like, I totally took it personal, and I was like, she lied to me about it, and
made it about you.
Dude, I made it all about me. And that actually created this pretty deep wound in our relationship that we're still working through today. And that was a few years ago now. And we're still unpacking that reality of not just that scenario, but that's like an example of a lot of different ways in which, like, I didn't scream at her and freak out on her, but I really made her feel like I was hurting because I felt like she had been dishonest to me, and I was taking it personal because of the brokenness within me. And so I like subconsciously, I wanted her to feel that pain.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't like a physical abuse or screaming at her or anything.
Yeah.
But it was me coming and just showing up as this disappointed dad that, needed to make sure that she knew how terrible that was, and how would she feel if, I would lie to her about that. And just this just messed up, twisted, like all this brokenness that I hadn't dealt with inside of me is how I was taking that personal, and then just projected right out on her.
Yeah. Mason, I think that, like, when you said that, we had this pause because I felt like this was such an enlightening moment and statement that you made. We make this comment, and I think it probably comes more from like the Christian world, of generational curses, right? Like, we're working to break generational curses, or this has been passed down for my family for whatever. And I'm not saying it's not true, but I think sometimes there might be this like disconnect from that. But when you say the words, or if I ask myself, like, am I projecting my own brokenness onto my children? I think that's where this idea of passing the shit from one generation to the next is that if you never work on your stuff, you're gonna project it on, because we're selfish beings, right? If I can work on my stuff, then I'm not going to project that on my kids, which then isn't going to get passed again. And somebody said this great statement. I did not make this up. It's probably some, psychological whatever. But what is it? It's either, okay, you are either transformed, your brokenness, and they use a different word, but your stuff is either transformed, like you choose to transform it, or you transfer it. So Mason and Ned can choose to go down the path of transformation and deal with whatever. If we don't, it will be transferred to your kids. Right?
Yeah. That's good.
So same kind of concept, but I love it's a simple question. Are you projecting your brokenness onto your kids? Are you making this about you? And it could be in so 100%. Many situations.
100%, man. And for me, I think I know when I am projecting my brokenness on them by what's coming up within me. Like if I'm feeling like, like kind of overly upset or insecure or, like taking it personal, feeling like hurt about the way that she's showing up. Like I'm starting to recognize like, man, that's stemming from a place where I haven't healed. And so then I'm taking that and wanting her to feel that same pain instead of me being in a place where I've been able to walk through that, heal from it. And then in the relationship with my daughter, the crazy thing is, man, because I've been on this journey really intentionally for the last year to dig into these things and to really ask God to heal those broken places of my heart. And the beautiful thing about it is when God makes that transformation on your heart, the transfer gets eliminated, and it's not through effort.